Let's continue with the strategic respect. Maybe it's strange to use this combination, but we will see it in the novel that it's based on history. Even the method of the attack was a proof that enemies didn't care about the old city. So just to recall some facts, when they start to attack the Israeli position, in fact, they use heavy weapons. So it means that the old city was not sacred for them. This was a fact, not an interpretation. It's not just about how do you think that they are thinking when they do this. No, it's a fact. We can see it with the use of heavy weapons. So they used machine gun, but quickly also mortar and recoilless rifle fire. But on the other side, our defense used only small arms fire. In reality, what? We wanted to avoid hitting civilians, holy sites, and of course, the old city. So you see the difference? You make an attack in a place and you say that this place belongs to you. Okay, this is a position. But the way you do your attack is relevant or not. Is it correlated to your thoughts? Is it correlated to your faith or not? No matter what our enemies did or wanted to do, we had to respect the holy time. Why we mention time? Because it's about Jerusalem. So this is not just an old city. For us, it's a city of time. Thousands of years. For us, it wasn't just a chessboard, but the land of our history. And it was a question of dignity. So you see, because it's not just a place, it's not just a space, it's time. So we are in time just at that moment, and we are responsible for all the time against the enemy. This was the core of our duty. So the duty is quite general, but the idea is that the core, we have to protect not the place, not the land, but also the history. We had to protect the space of time, a small space for a big time, a small war for a big symbol. They are together. We tried to convince them to stop the attack, but they answered that the die was cast. The die was cast. It's an expression of that time. It was the answer to the attempt of stopping them. So it was the answer of the king. So the novel has a part of history. The target, many places, not only military installations, but also the symbols of our democracy. We are talking about many targets. We had civilian casualties, but as if it was not sufficient, they damaged hundreds of our buildings and even the hospital. By the way, in this hospital, I didn't mention it because it's just a detail, but you will see that it's important. The windows of the detail of this hospital, it's a work of Chagall, was destroyed. They had with them many allies, and we were alone. At that moment, even for the aircraft, they used guys from Syria, Iraq, Pakistan, Jordan, Egypt, together, do one thing. And we were alone. This was the reason for our victory. Maybe it's strange for you, but the idea is when you are alone, if you don't do it, nobody will do it. So the victory was necessary. It was a question of death or freedom. We had and we have this expression also in Greek, but the point is more like a tsumego. So we have stones. Remember that Jerusalem is also a town of stones. So the idea was to put it in that way to explain that no choice was possible. One option, victory. That's all.